Hello and welcome back everyone, I'm Day-Glo Buffalo and this is Let's Play Deus Ex Human Revolution, the Director's Cut. When we last left off, we had made our way to the top of this control tower in the Panchaea installation, and we were about to go in and end the lockdown. So let's jump through the window.
I don't think you want to do that, Mr. Jensen. Disengage lockdown, and whatever demons this station contains are likely to come crashing out on us.
Afraid to die, Darrow? Or just unwilling to face what you've done?
Oh, I know what I've done, believe me. I take no pleasure in it.
And yet you still did it.
I did what had to be done. 20 years ago, I gave the world augmentation technology. I thought I was giving it a bright future, but instead I gave it the means to destroy itself. No law, no UN regulation was going to fix that.
People are dying out there. Hundreds of thousands of people driven to the brink of insanity because of you.
I had to convince the world. Before today, people believed we should steal fire from the gods and redesign human nature. Human nature is the only thing we have that gives us a moral compass and the social skills we need to live in peace. Destroy it, and you destroy our very species.
Don't paint yourself a savior in this. What you're doing is insane.
Is it? When this is done, the Illuminati won't be able to control men and women like you as they had planned, from the inside out. No one will be able to use the technology I invented to make others into beings they desire. Something we both know has happened already.
You think you're Frankenstein? Killing his own monster?
Actually, Mr. Jensen, I prefer to think of myself as Daedalus, watching helplessly as his child crashes into the sea.
I'm ending this. Now.
You can't. The signal is being generated from the broadcast center at the base of this facility. Panchaea's security system has been programmed to protect it, and will kill you before you even get close.
You designed that system, Darrow. You can tell me how to shut it down.
But I won't. You think what I'm doing is extreme. You simply don't understand. For humanity to survive beyond this century, it must abandon ill-conceived notions about transcendence and embrace change. But for that to happen, the hard lesson must be learned. Blood must be shed.
Okay, so came up as Alpha. Perceptive, confident, pragmatic. Tends to dismiss other people and viewpoints, creating an emotional wall behind which he retreats. Views himself as an educator of lesser people, may be destabilized if his arguments are proven wrong. Can easily convert people to his cause. Is not used to resistance. So, my god, Darrow, please! No, that's just, appealing to him.
Nothing more to say, Mr. Jensen?
What you're doing is horrific. You can't force people to change. You think humanity needs to be punished, is that it? By the time this is over, there'll be no humanity left. That seems more like an argument.
You think humanity needs to be punished, is that it? Pain is the only thing people understand? By the time this is over, there will be no humanity left to embrace your change. The stress and horror you forced us to live through will have ripped it out of us.
I knew there would be casualties, but I thought, over time, surely the human spirit can recover. Even as I listen to your words, I realize a cruel truth. No one else has the vision to see what I've seen, the will to do what I have done. You're all too weak, judging but never acting. None of you have the moral courage to see this through to its conclusion. Well, so be it.
Wow. Big Omega energy there. Appeal. You want us to see what you see. But how can we when we're grieving over the people? Whatever moral high ground you're standing on is nothing but a stack of innocent victims you're trying to justify genocide. None of it matters because this is what will happen now. After today, whatever you say will be dismissed as the ravings of a mass murderer. Again, this sounds like you're actually arguing with him.
Right. Maybe you're wrong. None of it matters because this is what will happen now. After today, whatever you say will be dismissed as the ravings of a mass murderer. You were one of the greatest minds of our time, and tomorrow you'll be nothing but a killer.
But they can't think that. They'll be missing the point. Why did I expect this to turn out differently? People like you, people who willingly surrender their humanity a piece at a time, you'll never understand. And browbeating won't get me to change my mind. You can talk and talk and talk, but in the end you'll still fail to grasp the fundamental underlying truth.
Wait, did he just say willingly? Because there's nothing willing about anything that happened to Adam. But we can now use pheromones, which I'm totally not above doing. So, for his character to giving you what you want, he showed up as Omega again. Alphas can be appeased, betas can be appealed to, omegas are susceptible to pressure. So, yeah, he showed up as Omega twice, so let's try and pressure him.
You know, I've always wondered about that leg brace of yours. Why the father of augmentation doesn't have the most basic of implants. Doesn't make much sense, really. Unless he's one of the few people genetically incompatible with this technology. Gotta love the irony in that. It's the kind of irony that can tear you up inside, bit by bit, every day, until you find yourself despising what you're not.
How dare you? You think I've done all this because a fluke of nature robbed me of my chance to become a part of it? I tried everything, damn you. Everything I could think of to change. None of it worked. None of it!
So you had to fix it, didn't you? Take back control, make it like it never was.
Yes! Yes, that's exactly what have I done?
Give me the codes, Darrow. Help me stop this.
You'll still be in danger. Panchea's security system, much of it is self-determining and lethal. But if you succeed, if these codes help you turn off the system and reach the broadcast center, tell the world exactly why I did it. Explain to them about the Illuminati, the biochip, Panchea. Help them understand that the technology I created will not be a future any one of us desires.
Well, he does have a point with what he says. He just is going about it in a very, very screwed up manner. You know, there's lots of dead people just in this room. So, you got a pocket secretary. This is an automatically generated message from the Panchea Oceanic Installation 5 Hiron Core. We also have received your request for personal security override code for drone Hiron Core All. The dedicated terminal's shutdown protocol input configuration has now been preset for 2012. Hello, Father. Whoa! Damn you, fire! Took off 3 of my health, now I need to find a beer. Here we have an ebook. Nothing much else of interest around, so let's read the ebook and then end the lockdown. Again, big hole in the Antarctic. The speech. Mr. Secretary General, distinguished delegates, ladies and gentlemen. David Seraph has asked me to assemble you here today so that we might speak openly and honestly about a global issue, an issue which even now threatens to pull our society apart. I'm speaking, of course, of human enhancement technology, the merging of man and machine. Contrary to popular opinion, I did not come up with the concept, but 20 years ago I embraced it with all my heart and soul, for I believed that blending technology with human biology would enable us to reach a level of achievement which only gods can achieve. I saw us as living gods in a realm without illness, suffering, or death. A realm in which every individual is able to become the man that biology, society, circumstance, or fate has tried so desperately to keep him from becoming. I myself hope to be one of these men, or those men. 20 years later, I can say with certainty that this dream I had is tarnished. Human enhancement technology has not turned us into gods. Instead, it has opened the door once again for powerful men to believe they have the right to make others what they please. Men want control of the future of the world, of each other. David asked me to show the world how human enhancement technology can change it. And after careful deliberation, we've realized I must do exactly that. I know that many of you will condemn me after today, but I also believe that one day I will be remembered as the man who saved humanity. David, forgive me. Well, it's also interesting considering that David Seraph, made Limb Clinic give Adam a bunch of augmentations that he didn't even need.
The codes should help you shut down the Hyron project, Panchaea's security system. When you see it, you will understand. There is no room for this technology in the world.
It looks like all these icebergs are translucent. Anyway, so let's... Oh, I think it's already disengaged. So, I stepped into that fire for nothing.
Richard, the lockdown's disengaged. I'm heading back to the hangar to see if those blast doors are open. Have you been able to raise anyone?
I'm picking up several glimmers, but there's too much interference. I think you're on your own, Jensen.
Careful there, Francis. You almost sound like you regret that.
I was just thinking, where was the vodka that we saw earlier? Here it is. Of course, we don't have room in our inventory. Well, let's drop something. Vodka's kind of overkill in this situation, but hey. Okay. So. I think we're just going back to the elevator. Uh-huh. Got contacts. We got a soldier and a bunch... Wow. That's a lot of blips on our radar. So that's just a little corridor. Let's get our silent shoes on. Come over here.
You're the monster. It's your fault.
It's not. I didn't do anything.
And it wasn't gonna be me. They were all against. Had no choice. They were for their own good.
This guy turns around and walks away. Okay. Man, that's such a mess of radar signals that it's completely useless. So, there's guys down there. Yep, there's one guy over there. And more guys there. Oh, so the light gray blips, I think, are on the same level that we are. While the other ones are downstairs. Now, take it we want to go across to the other side.
Just let me finish. Just let me finish. I got a job to do. I got a job. Wait, what?
All right. Some ammo. A door. And a level 5 terminal. Security terminal at that. So. Come on, no, that's not gonna work.
Access granted.
Alright, 500 XP, but we had to use a stop worm. Robots, oh, we could set them off on the enemies, but we don't want to do that. And the camera's off, so good. Now the question is it better to come out over here? There is that ladder over there. There's not much that we can hide behind. So, one thing we could do... No. Let's quickly snack on an energy bar. And, cloak ourselves, get the silent shoes. Okay, there's more guys here. I would say aim for that vent over there. The problem is that there's so many of these guys that, you know, trying to take him out seems kind of like a problem. All right. No, let's wait for that guy to turn away. Okay.
Not real! I don't want to hurt you. Just leave him. Go away, go away! Go! You don't scare me!
Where does this lead? This just leads to the other side over here. Are we even out of the room? I don't think so. So let's first check upstairs. Oh, okay, so here we're in the ceiling. There's a guy up here with a rocket launcher. Indeed. And 250 bucks. And then the crane here, but... Oh. There's another vent here in the middle. Good thing that these people apparently don't look up. Where are we? I have never been here. Oh, wow. Oh, is this where we landed? Yeah, this is the same, this is the landing area. And I guess, well, if we had paid attention, we could have jumped across all of these containers, found some ammo. Let's actually drop an EMP grenade and grab a gas grenade. Check out this open container. Peps energy and laser rifle battery. Ooh. All right, well, hey, you learn something new every day, I guess. Although this would have been a path in, this is not something that is terribly useful to us now. But, you know, still interesting. I wonder if by using the crane we could have somehow come... Oh... From here... Ah, we could have jumped up here, gotten into the ceiling, and then crawled across on the crane. Or on these tubes here. Alright, so we have to use the other exit.
No! No! Just leave. No! We can't control them anymore! Run! Run! Go away, go away! No! You don't scare me! We can't control them anymore! Run! Run! Real! Not real! Not real!
Okay.
Just let me finish! I got a job to do!
Come on, go away. Well, at least we closed one door. No. I'm gonna close the other door because this guy makes me nervous. Okay. So, let's jump in here. Unlock terminal. Chantal Fournier. Henry Godot. Attitude problem. I can't believe you said that at lunch today. Henry, global warming is no joke. Most of the people in this station come here because we know our planet is in imminent danger, and it's our responsibility to do something about it. Did you know that over 70% of our world is covered by water? 97% of that water is in our oceans. Life on Earth began in the ocean 3.1 to 3.4 billion years ago, and then evolved from the ocean to the land millions of years ago. The oceans provide most of the oxygen we need to breathe, and a reservoir for soaking up almost half of this planet's carbon pollutants. In other words, for every human, animal, and planet on Earth, a healthy ocean is a must. Darrow knows that. That's why he came up with the whole iron seeding plan, to restore health back to our oceans and give mankind a chance to survive. We've spent years abusing the planet, and most of the people working here believe it's our responsibility to clean up that mess and make the planet safe and livable for future generations. Maybe you came here because you got a nice paycheck and some really cool augmentations you would never have been able to afford otherwise, but the rest of us didn't. So in the future, please keep your snide comments to yourself. Chantel. Engineering. Got a safety hazard here, guys. Hey JC. When are you guys going to finish that damn air vent? Don't you know you're holding old Darrow back from saving the world? Global warming isn't gonna fix itself, you know. Hank. I already told you, Hank, for the time being, just keep people away from the turbine area. We know the air shaft's not finished, and we realize that the vortex created by the airflow is a safety hazard. But it's not the only one we're dealing with right now. I'll try to get someone from engineering over there ASAP, but don't hold your breath on it, alright? Okay, so I guess we're going out here. And I see a lone blip on our radar. This is like a locker room.
Wait, what? No. Okay, wait.
Where is this guy? Is he? Whoa! See if this time we can take him out, not with a tranq rifle. Come on, turn around. Very good. It's got a tool arm. All right, so we got a little bit of money, nuke worm, stop virus, that kind of stuff. Anyway, I think we've gone long enough for now, so thank you very much for watching. If you enjoyed it, please leave a like or a comment below, subscribe to stay up to date, and I will see you in the next part. So until then, have a good one.